Hello, I'm Ben Thompson. This is Nobody Knows Anything, and everyone who watches these videos knows that I try to make this channel as culturally relevant as possible, even though I'm wildly misinformed. Great business plan, huh? So this is going to be the first of my monthly wrap-up series, where at the beginning of each month, I look at the past one, read all of the news I ignored, and then react to it, likely inappropriately. So here we go. Here is what happened in November 2021. Congress, they did stuff. They passed Biden's $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Before I look into what we're spending $1.2 trillion on and what infrastructure is, can we confirm if Biden meant trillion?
There's an estimation of somewhere between $700 billion and $1.3 trillion.
Speaking of politics, there were some historic election wins this November. Virginia elected a black female Republican as its lieutenant governor. What? I would tell you that was a first, but you would just say, no. Now, I don't want to assume, but seeing as he was a Virginia native who started the Republican Party and had a legendary affinity for black women, Thomas Jefferson's got to be absolutely amped right now. Virginia wasn't the only one. Boston elected its first female and woman of color mayor, Michelle Wu. I wonder how many Bostonians were mad when they found out it wasn't the golfer. On top of that, Cincinnati and Seattle elected their first Asian American mayors. Durham and New York City elected their first African American mayors. Some of you might be thinking, wow, white dudes are being pretty quiet about all these diversity wins. That's true. To be honest, we haven't even noticed. Because I don't know if you heard, but Tiger Woods hit a golf ball. And that's all we've been thinking about. November wasn't all sunshine and rainbows though, especially in Texas, where Houston was home to tragedy. Not that one. Also not that one. Not that one either. My God, this city's the worst. Sticking with sports, it's been a hell of a month for the Las Vegas Raiders. Their head coach resigned after getting caught using racist and homophobic language. They fired their star rookie after he killed someone in a drunk driving accident. And then they let go of their other first-round pick for posting a photo of himself with a gun and threatening to kill someone. This marks the first time in history the most problematic part of the Raiders isn't Raiders fans. I feel bad for Raiders fans, honestly. They've had to process all of this, and I'm pretty sure most of them still haven't come to grips with the fact there's an openly gay player on their roster. Lastly, the new Omicron variant, which sounds more like a futuristic robot model than a virus, premiered this month. Omicron, like Delta, is a letter of the Greek alphabet. Can someone please explain to me why we only use the Greek alphabet for things notorious for transmitting disease? Okay, actual last thing. Probably the biggest news of the month was the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. The verdict was historic for many reasons, namely, Kyle Rittenhouse became the second most famous person to be acquitted after killing 2 white people. That's it. See you next week.